1963, President Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. Just 4.5 years later, Dr. Martin Luther King was cut down in Memphis, Tennessee. In June of that year, the president's brother, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, was murdered at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles after winning the California primary. What were the events leading up to these horrific assassinations? Was the murder of these American leaders mere accidents? Just coincidence? The Patch Kincaid series explores the answers to these questions. Patch Kincaid, working in a top-secret time dilation project, is sent back to 1961. Patch confronts the CIA and participates in the Bay of Pigs invasion. On the ground and fighting Castro, Patch is with the exiles in their defeat. This book is called The Kennedy Paradox because Patch inadvertently changes time, resulting in JFK being killed in Dallas. Return to Dallas is much more complicated, requiring 873 footnotes to find the truth. And along the way, as Patch becomes a part of 1963, the backstory of Lee Harvey Oswald, and the trappings of a complex plot designed to fool the American people. Volume 3 American Injustice Jim Garrison digs deeper into the plot against President Kennedy. And leading out of 1967 is the tumultuous year of 1968. Volume 4 opens with the man-made hell called Vietnam. In the spring of that year, the true facts surrounding the death of Dr. King are unearthed. The silencing of the civil rights and anti-war advocate parallels the incredible primary campaign of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. Patch becomes aware of the forces aligned against Senator Kennedy in a diversionary facade that continues to this day. The Patch Kincaid series provides an exciting, adventurous narrative that in the end lays out the truth and ends the charade. Available at Amazon in paperback and in Audible audiobooks. The Patch Kincaid series, telling us why.
I'm Robert P. Fitton, and welcome to the 4 seasons of the Patch Kincaid narrative arc. Behind me are the 4 books of the Patch Kincaid series: Kennedy Paradox, Return to Dallas, American Injustice Jim Garrison, and American Injustice MLK RFK. In order to establish a link to Patch Kincaid's world, I've constructed the Patch Kincaid series within my online portal. Simply click on the Fitton IP Portal link to enter the portal. If I were to pile up all my narratives, I'd be sitting next to a cumbersome manuscript stack higher than the ceiling in my office. The Patch Kincaid series is in the red folder. Open the Patch Kincaid series seasons, the narrative arc. Each book constitutes a season from the genesis of a complex plot against President Kennedy after the Bay of Pigs and the Kennedy Paradox. The heart of the conspiracy and the assassination in Dealey Plaza are woven into a narrative throughout Return to Dallas. American Injustice Jim Garrison details the strike-back force by a district attorney with courage and integrity, challenged by the Central Intelligence Agency. Patch Kincaid is in there helping in Garrison's operation. Throughout 1967 and 68, the world spins off its axis. Martin Luther King is murdered, and Bobby Kennedy's campaign heads toward California and the White House. Then RFK is dead. Feel free to watch the series trailer, as well as my 6th Floor Museum's oral history interview with curator Stephen Fagan. The 4 Patch Kincaid books are archived in the museum's library. Also in the folder is a letter from the museum acknowledging the interview and the archiving of the books. There is a folder called Patch Kincaid, November 22nd, 1963, which on audio plays back the portion of Return to Dallas concerning the assassination in Dealey Plaza. There are also audio clips from all the Patch novels, book synopses, and a listing of the 873 footnotes in Return to Dallas. The Patch Kincaid series is in an ecosystem, a 4-season historical thriller arc that bridges a dystopian 1986 with the critical turning points of the 1960s. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a concept, it's a finished world. We're talking about exciting narratives in the portal itself, professional audiobooks, and historical research. From the Kennedy Paradox to the final confrontation on Utah Beach for Patch, these assets are ready for immediate assessment from the IP portal. Complete manuscripts are easily available by request to fittonbooks@gmail.com, as is the complete audio for all 4 books. The audiobook contains raw footage from each epoch and gives a stark rendition of the characters and the pacing of the story. So what is the point of this digital collection? I'm asking for 10 minutes of your time on Zoom to judge whether the Patch Kincaid franchise fits your current production schedule.